Hi guys, welcome back to Boomix Beauty Beat. It's Laura here and we are finalizing our spotlight on Alexandra Anele, Alex, and I picked a look that it's kind of one of my faves. It's a really pretty smokiest eye look. She has a couple of products that I have and a couple that I don't, so it's going to be, you know, a little twisty and turny in spots, but yeah, I mean, it never gets old, the old smoky eye. You can always, you know, adjust. And with my mature eyes, yeah, let's see if I can carry this off, and beginning with the smokiest eye look. Do you get those days where you just kind of like you need to feel pretty? That's kind of how I'm feeling today. I am so glad that she's using the Stone Cold Fox from ColourPop. It is one of my absolute favorite, oh, I got some marks on it, but it's one of my favorite palettes. I just love it. If you guys are looking seriously for a neutral palette that just has a bit of absolutely everything, like, I don't know why I love it so much, but I love it so much. And the textures are absolutely, oh, beautiful. If I could say there's one palette to get, if you have no eyeshadow palettes, get this one. It's reasonable. It has everything, all your neutrals, but also has some razzmatazz in there. So definitely consider this palette. I can't tell you how many times I reach for it, a million times. It's just crazy good. Anyways, let's roll on with Alex's instruction. Okay, this first move she makes is really smart. What she's doing is she's taking these two colors. So she's not just using a cool aura warm, she's mixing between the two. I swear, if you guys just try it, okay? Just try it. It neutralizes everything. It's beautiful. She's using the Morphe 512. I have the 412. I hope that's going to be all right. And she starts it off by taking a little bit of both, and I've got to get my mirror. I find with my mature eyes, when I'm doing a smoky look, a lot of times I actually just use concealer and powder as my base. I find if I put too much goopy stuff down and I'm smoking a lot of color, it can get a little gloopy at times, so I'm careful with that. So I just did my concealer and foundation powder, all that stuff. Okay, I just moved out my crease. Hopefully that's okay. And then she's going to take it in up and above. She's quite high. And she's beginning it, the transition area way up higher. This looks quite darker on me than it does on her. Of course, she's got a different coloring, so just keep that in mind. So, but no, it's okay. It's okay for a smoky tone. Yeah, so we're just taking it up and swirling the color liberally in this area here, little swirls, and just kind of windshield wiper that baby up. How you guys doing? Yes, my last video, I don't know, I did it on colors that Alex hates, and I think it was confusing to some people why I did that. I think it was a decision that made sense at the time. I'm not sure it did, but hey, you know, that's YouTube. So let's go to our next color. Okay, she's explaining that putting this kind of muted sort of coolie brown color here, what it's doing is it's pushing it back in space a little bit so that she can later focus on some of the colors that she wants to focus on, which is a really smart strategy. And you know, with Alex being an artist, she has these ways of thinking about pushing light and dark and all of that kind of thing, which makes her an amazing artist. So that is part of the reason why she's really using, I should put this behind my ear for now, using these muted tones up and pushing this up high, is I think she wants this area here to go sort of back in space. All right, the next move that she's making, and she jumps to, you know, a different order of things than I would ever do it. She's using a gray eyeliner next. I cannot believe, I don't think I have an actual just straight gray. Isn't that strange? I'm going to have to order one. But I did just get, knocking on the door not even a half an hour ago, was some Nyx Liners that I ordered. And this one's an olive green. And I think, you know, why don't we put a twist on it and use an olive green instead of a gray? And hopefully it can give still a really nice smoky effect. And the reason that she's, I think, doing not black in here for the smoky is just to show, like, you can do smoky eyes with variants. It doesn't always have to be black, black, black. And so we're just gonna put this on the waterline, and what she does is just drag this on the line as well. And that's her second step on the eyes, which is interesting, like the order that she does things. But I like mixing it up so it doesn't bother me. I think for me, for a smoky look, I'm probably definitely going to put something on the tight line above as well, just because otherwise it just doesn't show up very well on me. Like, it really grounds the eye when I put a little bit of color on the tight line on the upper part. I have a hard time with that. I use a really slim pencil normally, so a regular pencil, I'm not used to that. Okay, we're gonna get into one of Alex's major eye bag smoky deals. So I just want to kind of see how she does this, and I'll come back and show you guys. All right, one thing that she is explaining is that, you know, what a blonde peachy toned face can carry, and what you know, a darker, maybe like me, sort of Italian looking, dark hair, dark eyes, that sort of person can carry, are two different things. So I don't know how this will look on me, if it's going to be as striking as it would be on Alex because of her light features, and I'm using kind of lighter liner and stuff like that as being the smokiest. But let's just roll with it and see. So the next stage she's doing, it seems like I'm one off on all of her brushes. She's using a ColourPop E27 brush. This is E28. It's awfully close, you guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and use that. And she's taking those two same colors from earlier, these two here. Oop, these two. That is You Rock and Quarry Days. And she loves doing this. This is one of her signature things, and that is to smoke out the eye bag. I don't really have that eye baggy shape. This is really powdery. I'm going to spritz this a bit. This is not good. I'm going to put a little Fix-It spray on there. When it gets like that, it just powders up into my eyes and I start watering. So I'm just going to wet the brush a bit. Taking both those colors that we put here, and she like really drags this down. It works much better with the Fix-It on there. Whew. What do you guys think of that olive? I'm kind of really liking that olive color under the eyes, like on my waterline. I think that's super pretty. So yeah, you guys make adjustments for your coloring on how, you know, what kind of shaping you do of your eye shape. All those things you make your own adjustments on. I am going way lower than I normally would go under my eyes, just because I'm trying to recreate something that Alex did. But when I get all done here, but this is a kind of a good strategy for a softer smoke if you've got darker coloring, so that you're not using that like real strong black. So you could play with different shades, grays, you could play with browns, you could play with even mauves, any color you want to put in there and turn it into a smoky eye, you can do. Okay, she's going in with this color called Cult Classic. It's this brown here. It's neither too warm or too cool, so she's taking it sort of in the middle there. Now grab yourself a small blending brush. Right now I've got the Precision Firm Blender E42 from Sigma. She's got a Morphe one, whatever works for you guys. And your crease area is going to be different than my crease area. We're all different, but I mean, just for kicks and giggles, we'll kind of put it in the area that she's putting it, which is, she's riding it right around here. And she's tapping. She's doing a lot of tapping, and this is quite a obviously dark color, She's saying it's a medium tone. To me, this is dark. And she's tapping this in and getting this into the crease as a blend. So yeah, this is going to go on, in my opinion, because we're not really building. I think it's going to go on kind of choppy, but we'll try. And see if we can get this kind of in the crease in a good, decent way. But this is where your depth building comes in. And, you know, we can always blend out the edges later, so just get it on there. I'm just shaping a general crease shape here, you guys. And it's all choosing the right brush. Without choosing the right brush, it's not going to maneuver. And if you've got a little wiggly skin here like I have, you know, just wiggle and wiggle until you get it how you like it, because that's all we can do. Our skin's gonna age. That's it. I'm just tapping this sort of on the area. You know, I always tap my, it must be such a habit for me from doing makeup, I always tap my brush onto my hand just to make sure that the pigment has gone into the brush and it's not just sitting on the surface ready to fall off the brush. And I find that really helps with the blending process. So if you can get in the habit of tapping your brush onto your hand, you can wipe off the stuff off your hand when you're done. Just seeing if it's even. So hard when you're on camera because they look, yeah, this one looks like it needs a little bit more. What you see in the mirror, it's always different than how it reads on camera. But that's the follies of life. I see a couple eyebrow hairs there. I'm going to go take those out. You can never see them, and my eyesight's going, everything's going. All right, now what she's doing is she's just going back in with that fluffy brush and taking those two shades that we originated with and just kind of working that in. And she just wants to make a point to go all the way into the inner part as well as the outer, but with most of the product kind of landing there. Something fluffy there. I don't know what that is. Anyway, we're just kind of not touching this too much because she wants to keep that intense, but rather just kind of riding that around the ridge of it so that it blends that line a little tiny bit. This is such a good, like, you know, going out for a glamorous dinner look. I love it. Okay, now just taking that same dark brown and the same brush, she just is putting a little bit here on the end so that she has something to blend into later because she's going to do some lid work. Right, here's where she's getting jiggy. She's using the Samantha Ravindell Auric Smoke Cream shades. So what I'm doing, because I don't have those, is I'm taking my black and my silver in, well, this is the silver screen and the black from my MAC paint pots, which I love. And I mixed up a color between the two of them onto my finger here just by blending them both together, and then she's pressing that onto the lid. So that's what we're gonna do. And that makes such a pretty smoke color. I gotta say, I just love these MAC paint pots. Oh my god. They're some of my favorite makeup to use. They're so easy to put on and so easy to move around and blend. And they stay on, whoops, I nicked myself. They stay on like forever, and they're so pretty. But yeah, just mixing that bit of silver into it, I think that we achieved about as close as we're gonna get. But the silver is a little more moist than the black is. So blending them together, they kind of make the perfect cream when you put those two together. So I just love to mix. I've got a little bit more black on that side, so we're gonna just bring in a bit more silver. And I'm just mixing it kind of as I go here. Put some on this side so they kind of look more the same. Oh my God, I love that color so much. Making me happy, making me smile. All right, let's see what she's doing now. So then I just dusted off that little blender brush onto a tissue, just take off the product that was there, and I'm going to go back in and just gently move over where the rim is, the line is, just so it's blended in to the skin and kind of has a little more of a seamless effect. I personally like this as is, but she's grabbing the auric topper. It looks like a creamier, lighter color. So what I'm going to do is grab my Danessa Myrix. It's kind of a silvery, ooh, it's hard to describe this color. It's called titanium. So it's silver, I guess, is the best way to put it, with a little bit of a brown golden undertone. And she's touching that onto the lid. I hope this doesn't wreck it because I really like the way it looks right now, but we're doing this for Alex's look, so let's just do it. Okay, it's giving a lot more reflect, and same thing that it's doing to hers, so I feel okay about using this on here. That is crazy shimmer. Wow. These color fixes, especially like these metallics, wow, 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 for how much payoff you get. I'm kind of haphazardly putting this on. And again, you can take that same brush we did earlier, and I can see spots where I need to do this, and just kind of smooth the edges out, because when you're putting it on with a big old finger, it's hard to get it perfectly exact, you know? And she's just taking a little bit of that same topper shade and just putting it in the inner corner and diffusing that out a bit. So now she's just going right into curling her eyelashes. I don't know what you guys use for eyelash curlers, but I like there to be a nice rubber edge there, because otherwise I find it bothers me, or it can pinch. And I just want to give you a heads up that I'm still in love with my Thrive mascara. I've been bouncing, but when push comes to shove, it's Thrive. I'll put this on if you guys want to see me do maybe a little bit of this, because I don't really show mascara too often. My eyelashes are growing, but I'm onto that Grand Lash Serum, trying to repair them from when I had last year when I wore lash extensions for a while. Sure destroyed my lashes. Maybe it doesn't do that for everybody, but it definitely did it for me. And then I'll put a pair of lashes on top of this, just because I think this look, and she's wearing lashes too, so we're copying what Alex is doing. And this look it merits some lashes. I'll be right back. Okay, I put on the classic Ardell Demi Wispies. If you guys have never tried these and you just, don't know what to do for lashes, you can't really ever go wrong with these babies, especially with a mature eye, because they give you enough, but not so much that you look heavy around the eye area. And oh my God, I love that look. You guys notice we didn't do any liner, like liner as far as on the top or anything like that, which I think is cool. Let's do our lips. Now she does a really, really nude lip, like kind of clearish nude. I'm gonna put a little color because I've got this brown shirt on today. Do you guys remember in the Hindash video, I was like, I've lost my Fenty Beauty liner? He's using this red, it's for red eyebrows, red liner on the lips, and I've been using it and playing with it, and I really like it. It's kind of what I have on, but I'm gonna reinforce it again. It'll surprise you. Give it a shot if you're looking for a really good neutral lip liner. You can wear it with absolutely almost anything. I'm gonna take this liquid lip from BH Cosmetics. I hate theirs because I can't ever see the color names on here. It's too small. Doggone it. Mel? I think it says Mel. It's this orangey one, but I thought it would go nice with my brown shirt. Sort of a little stronger than what she had came up with, and it's got a real orangey kind of an orangey brown base to it. Wow. Okay, I'm going to maybe put a little bit of my clear MAC on top because I don't want to alter the color. I'll just hit a touch. My lip gloss, just so I have some moisture because it's a liquid lip. And you guys know what they're like. Just to give it something. Okay, so I'm gonna, sorry about that. I'll come back with my final thought. Okay, we did it. You know what? I have not loved a look like I love this look in a while. I mean, the chopsticks I know are a little different, but you guys know me. I'm always trying to come up with unique and weird ways to wear my hair. But for the smoky look, to me, this is like a glam smoky look. I am in love with this look. I'm so grateful to Alex for showing me her little ways. She's such a talented artist, and I'm just so happy to have done this week and spend so much time watching her videos and really come to appreciate who she is as an artist, as a person, as a YouTuber, all her quirks and foibles and everything else. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will list the products that I used in this video down below, and I can't wait to see what she comes up with next. Yeah, so stay tuned for that and more to come. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Let me know if there's anything you want me to do for looks or another artist you want me to spotlight. I would love to hear from you. And have a great one, you guys. Bye for now.